Visco Classic as the Minster Wildcats 1-7 on the year take on the St. Mary's Roughriders 3-5 on the year. Good to have you along. This is Dave Schmidt along with Tom Smith and our cameraman Randy Houts. This game is being videotaped December 27th, 1990. Both teams come in here after playing a couple of weeks ago in which the game went down to a last-second shot. And in that game, St. Mary's came away the victor. It should be a pretty good ball game. A couple of roster changes tonight, or starting lineup changes. It'll be for Minster, Clooney, Holman, Hilsman, and Renee Albers will be the starter for Minster. Erica Meyer also will start for the Wildcats. For St. Mary's, Tessa Post will start in place of Missy Shamp, who's got a bad ankle, but she may see some action tonight. Connie Hamburg, Kathy Logan, Mandy Shivington also will be starting, and Julie James. So Shivington will replace Johanna Gudorf, and both teams made a couple of changes here tonight in the consolation match. So it'll be an all-Glaze County matchup in the consolation game. It should be a pretty good game tonight.
Well, it should. Minster would like to get back in their winning ways. They'd like to get the ball inside a little bit more to Gina Hilsman. She was the leading scorer last night for the Minster Wildcats. For St. Mary's, they were led by Missy Shamp, who won't be playing or won't be starting here this evening. Connie Hamburg had 11 points to be the second leading scorer for the Roughriders. This evening's game being brought to you by these fine sponsors: for Cable Channel 28, Visco. Check them out at their new location on Grand Lake Road for your imprinted sportswear needs. Call the Wine Store for all your pizza, taco, burrito orders, and much more. Also stop in at Pullman Bay Restaurant for fine family dining. For all your family insurance needs, life, health, home, and car, see State Farm agent Bob Newting in Salina. He'll back those insurance policies with the Good Neighbor service. By the friendly staff at the Mercer Savings Bank, have been serving your needs since 1888. Mercer Savings Bank can assist you with convenient offices in Salina, Coldwater, Fort Recovery, and Greenville. And by W. McDougall and Associates, and they're proud to support the Salina Bulldog teams this winter. By Olding Sports World, where we carry a large selection of Nike, Reebok, Adidas, Converse shoes, and apparel. We discount every pair of shoes every day. By Paragon Insurance Agency, serving Western Ohio since 1919. For creative insurance professionals, call Paragon Insurance Agency. For all your heating, cooling, and plumbing problems, make sure you call Reason Brothers at 586-2639, your authorized carrier dealer. By Bruns Gantt & Tom's Insurance, for service beyond the policy, contact Bruns Gantt & Tom's in downtown Salina. For delicious homemade soups, sandwiches, and desserts, stop in and see Scott at the Willow Restaurant on Main Street in Salina. For phone service with a local touch, call Informatics at 586-4218. By McKernan Brothers, Vending and Wholesale. For over 75 years, it's been our privilege to serve the needs of our customers. Thank you for your patronage. By Citizens Commercial Bank and Trust Company. Need money to go? Remember the convenience of 24-hour banking with Jeannie, located at 124 East Fayette Street, Salina. Courtesy of your friends at the bank, Citizens Commercial Bank and Trust Company. By the 3D Music Center at its new location at 301 East Market Street has all of your musical needs: guitars, amplifiers, drums, public announcing gear, and all of the accessories. For the best price anywhere, remember 3D Music Center, the player's choice. And a friendly smile in every aisle out at Pantry Pride. By Bud, Chevy Olds Buick Geo in St. Mary's is your full-service GM dealer, offering the largest new and used car inventory in the entire area. By Orchard Tree Family Restaurant, we get good family dining, located on Grand Lake Road in Salina. And by your local Ford Lincoln Mercury dealer, located on State Route 703 East. That's from Reineke Mitchell, Ford Lincoln Mercury. And by Realty World Lakeshore, for all your real estate needs, see Realty World, the results people. So we're just moments away from the introduction of the starting lineups here this evening, of the game being the consolation game here, with St. Mary's taking on the Minster Wildcats.
JV contest today in the championship game of the Visco Classic. The Bulldogs won that over Van Wert in a close game, and Minster defeated St. Mary's in the consolation game. Of course, last night the Bulldogs defeated Minster, and Van Wert handled St. Mary's. Both games were pretty well decided from the start, although St. Mary's had a better start than what Minster did. Right now, here's Mike Hyland with the introduction of the starting lineups.
Visco Holiday Basketball Classic. Tonight's consolation round features from Minster, Ohio, the Wildcats of Minster High School, visitors on the scoreboard. And from St. Mary's, the Roughriders of Memorial High School, home team on the scoreboard. The officials for this contest are Ed Nolte and Ralph Owen. Please give a warm welcome for Mr. Nolte and Mr. Owen. And now for the starting lineups. First for Minster High School, starting at guard, a 5'6" senior, number 33, Stephanie Clooney. At the other guard, a 5'8" sophomore, number 45, Erica Meyer. The center, a 5'11" senior, number 40, Gina Hulsman. Starting at forward, a 5'6" junior, wearing number 34, Krista Homan. And the other forward, a 5'10" sophomore, wearing number 41, Renee Albers. The Wildcats are coached by Nan Steckschulte. Introducing the Roughriders from Memorial High School. Starting at guard, a 5'6" senior, number 20, Tessa Post. At the other guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 32, Mandy Shevington. Starting at one forward, a 5'9" freshman, number 22, Connie Hamburg. At another forward, a 5'7" senior, number 24, Kathy Logan. And the other forward, a 5'6" junior, number 42, Julie James. The Roughriders are coached by Mr. Todd Scarpella.
We're ready for the start of the consolation game here between the Minster Wildcats and the St. Mary's Roughriders. Last year, these two teams both played in the consolation match, so it's a rematch of last year. Of course, last year in the Classic, the Bulldogs defeated Van Wert 74-56. We'll talk about more of that in the second game. If you're watching this game on December 27th, stay tuned for the championship game right after this one, as soon as it's completed at the senior high school. If you have a chance to get over, if you're watching the beginning of this game, you still should have time to see the start of this one.
How you doing? Oh, I just fell about 3 times.
We're ready to go. St. Mary's will be in the gray uniforms, blue numerals, and gold trim. Minster in the orange jerseys, black and white trim. St. Mary's controls the basketball. Logan from the corner puts it up and good. St. Mary's jumps out in front early, 2-0 as we're underway here in the first quarter of play. Meyer gets it in now to Homan. Pressure applied by Hamburg. Double team, gets it off now to Hilsman. Hilsman over to Meyer, and they break the pressure. Here's Meyer now with the basketball. Against the pressure. Shivington on her. Clooney into Homan. Turnaround 5-footer won't go. Rebound fought for, picked up by Homan. Puts it up, wouldn't go. Clearing out was Hamburg, and she comes away with the rebound. Quickly, here's St. Mary's Hamburg, just a freshman. In the corner now to James. Whips it across to Logan. Logan on the dribble. Out front now to Hamburg. Hamburg to Post, who started for Champ, who's got the injury tonight, the injured ankle. James, long-range jumper is up and no good. Rebound Hamburg. Stolen away on the loose ball by Meyer. Lays it up and good as Hamburg goes down hard, but Meyer ties it up at 2 with 6:50 left to go here in the first quarter of play. Logan in the backcourt against the pressure. On her is Clooney. They break it across the post. Hamburg. Here's Shivington. Puts it up too hard. Won't go. Rebound fought for. Shivington has it in the lane. Falls down off to James. She missed it. And the rebound comes off to Meyer of Minster. 6:29 left to go in the quarter. Tied at 2. Here's Meyer. Makes a move to the hoop. Lays it up around post. No good. Rebound Hilsman. And she's fouled by Logan for pushing off on the rebound. 6:22 left to go. First quarter play. Consolation game of the Ovisco Classic. Games being taped December 27th, 1990. Here's Albers now to Homan. To Clooney. They'll work it outside. St. Mary's in the man-to-man. Of course, Coach Todd Scarpella is the head coach. And Nan Steckschulte, the head coach at Minster. 6 minutes to go here in the quarter. Here's Meyer. Makes a move in the lane. Shot was blocked, and she's fouled by Logan. And we'll see if they'll send Meyer to the line for 2, as it looked like she might have been in the act of shooting. Nope, they'll say she wasn't. Second foul on Logan. Minster on the inbounds play now, works it around. Good defense by St. Mary's. A low-scoring contest to this point. We're tied at 2. Here's Hilsman. Makes a move, puts it up, in and out, no good. Rebound off to Hamburg. St. Mary's now. Should be the home team on the scoreboard tonight, although I think they've got their away uniforms on. Last night they played in the blue, although these may be their home ones in the gray. Here's Albers in the backcourt against the pressure. They'll double team with the ball. And here's Meyer, and she's fouled by Mandy Shivington. That'll be her first foul of the night. And it'll be Minster's basketball with 5:23 left to go in the first quarter. Tied at 2.
Carrie, good luck tonight.
Thanks.
They'll match up now in the man-to-man. Stolen away now. Here's Julie James, makes a move. And they'll say she's tied up by Stephanie Clooney. Alternate possession gives it to St. Mary's. Randy House, our cameraman tonight on cable channel 28. Here's Meyer. Underneath now to Meyer again from Clooney. It wouldn't go. Rebound Hilsman. She puts it up and good. And Minster takes their first lead of the evening at 4-2. Down to the 5-minute mark to go here in the first half. Good pressure applied by Minster. But St. Mary's finally breaks the press. Shivington lays it up too hard. No good. Rebound off to Homan. Homan off to Hilsman, who made the all-tournament team last year. Turnaround shot, it won't go. Rebound off to Logan of St. Mary's. Fast-paced first quarter of action. Low scoring, though. Minster out in front, 4-2. James' shot was deflected and picked up by Shivington. Her shot won't go. Rebound Hilsman. And Hamburg's called for reaching in. Hamburg, the freshman, picks up her first foul. And the fourth team foul on St. Mary's. Jenny Sider, a 5'4 junior, checks in the game, and out will come Clooney. 4:23 left to go first quarter of play. 4-2, Minster in the early lead. Meyer dishes off to Hilsman, lays it up, wouldn't go, and she's fouled by Post. And that'll send Gina Hilsman to the line for 2 shots, although Minster is in the bonus early with 4:16 still left to go in the first quarter play, although Hilsman was shooting, and she will go to the line for 2. Missy Shamp last night, who had a couple of three-pointers, injured her ankle. I think it's her left ankle, so she won't start, and it'll depend on how the game goes if she'll play. Hilsman misses it on the front, and she'll get a second one. 4-2, the Wildcats out in front. Shots on the way. It's good. 5-2. Hamburg now. Just a freshman, the only freshman on the roster for the St. Mary's Roughriders. Minster's in the 2-3 zone. St. Mary's trying to make the adjustment. Coach Todd Scarpella just trying to yell out some words to help him through the offense. Here's Hamburg now. And the shot's up and no good as it's missed by St. Mary's Mandy Shivington. Rebound comes off to the Wildcats. They lead 5-2. Ball's deflected, loose ball scramble. Alternate possession will give it to the Minster Wildcats. This is cable channel 28 in Salina. Hope that you're enjoying the consolation game of the Ovisco Classic. Here's Logan across the timeline now. In the corner now to Post. Works it underneath. Turnaround shot no good by James. Rebound was to Albers, but she threw it away. Picked up by Hamburg, put it up no good. Rebound Hilsman. Hilsman now across the timeline on the dribble. Gets it in the corner now to Homan. Here's Meyer. Holds up. Throws it to Albers off of her hands, out of bounds. And the turnover will give it back to St. Mary's. Well, Missy Shamp comes into the ball game in the first quarter with 3:12 left to go. And out will go Julie James. Looks like her left ankle is the one that's got the brace on it. Here's Shamp now. Works it inside, now in the corner to Hamburg from long range, in and out, no good. Rebound fought for it and came off to Hilsman with another rebound. Here's Sider. Now to Meyer. St. Mary's in the man-to-man. Here's Homan. Running through the offense, Albers makes a move on Champ, put it up, no good. Rebound tipped around, and there's Hilsman again. They whip it to Meyer in the lane, lays it up and good. 7-2. St. Mary's trails now by 5 after scoring the first 2 points of the game. Shot missed by Shivington. Rebound off the post in the corners. They work it inside to Hamburg. Turnaround jumper, no good, but she's fouled. Let's see who it's on. It's against Hilsman. So Hilsman picks up the foul, and it'll be 2 shots for Hamburg. First one on Gina Hilsman. Hilsman, the tallest starter for Minster at 5'11". Matter of fact, she's the tallest on the roster for them. No one for St. Mary's is over the 5'9" mark. Hamburg's shot is up, and it won't fall. Connie Hamburg goes 5'9", Post is 5'6", Logan's 5'7", Shivington's 5'6", Gudor's 5'6", and Julie James is 5'6". Missed them both. Rebound is loose, a scramble. Alternate possession. We'll give it right back to the Roughriders. Minster will get the basketball, with 2:10 left to go in the quarter. Here's Meyer now with Champ on her. Goes right to the hoop, lost it. Picked up by Shivington. Turnover on Minster. Here's Hamburg. In the corner to Champ. Shot from the corner, hits off the side of the backboard. And the rebound comes off to Homan for Minster. 1:45 left to go in the first quarter of play. As Post collides with Meyer, no call. Here's Albers, and she goes over and back. Just as she made her move, she went across the mid-court line, and they call over and back.
Let's go, miss.
Champ will trigger it in now. Here we go now. Here's Post. Post now. Off to Hamburg on the line, puts it up and good. From the baseline, and it's 7-4. And St. Mary's, after scoring the first basket of the quarter, finally comes in with another one at about the 1:25 mark of the first quarter. Gudorf will get ready to check in for the Roughriders. Here's Sider to Homan on the dribble, puts it up from 10, puts it up no good. Rebound Hamburg. A little bit of a collision, but she's back up. Here's Shivington now in the corner. Hamburg left alone, double team now. Brings it back to Shivington, to Post, to Champ. Back over now to Shivington from 15, won't go. The rebound off to Logan, lays it up and good. 4 in a row now for St. Mary's, and they make it at 7-6. As Minster leads by 1. 36 seconds left to go in the quarter. Pass into Sider, and she's fouled by Hamburg. Hamburg's called for the body foul, and that will send the Wildcats to the line for 2. Second foul. And going to the line will be Sider. Back in will be Clooney, and Feldman checks in for her first time as Albers and Meyer check out for Minster. 33 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Here's Sider now. Shots short. She'll get a second one. 7-6. Gudorf checked in for Shivington a moment ago. Missed the shot off to the left. Rebound in the corner. And they'll say it's off of Hilsman as she collided with Gudorf. 32 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 7-6 Minster. St. Mary's brings it down the right side now. Here's Logan. Post. Whips it out front. Almost thrown away. Champ tries to save from the over and back and got it before it went out of bounds. Good play. Here's Gudorf. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Out front now to Gudorf. Logan. 15-footer. It won't go. Rebound off to Champ, and she's fouled by Sider. 7 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. 7-6, Minster leads. Not a shooting foul, and they're not in the bonus. Back comes Julie James, and out will go Kathy Logan. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Gudorf has trouble, and then it's going to be fouled by Clooney. Going to call Clooney for the personal foul. 2 seconds off the clock. First foul on Clooney. St. Mary's with a chance to take the lead here as the quarter will end. The post puts it up from 15, way long. Ball knocked out of bounds, and who's it off of? 1 second left to go. It'll remain, they'll say it went off of Feldman. It'll be St. Mary's basketball with 1 second to go in the quarter. To Champ, she'll let it fly as the ball is deflected by Sider, and that will end the first quarter of play here at Salina Senior High School in the Ovisco Consolation at 7-6 as Minster leads St. Mary's.
Tonight's sponsors for Cable Channel 28 Sports: 3D Music Center, Pantry Pride Markets, Bud, Chevy, Olds, Buick, Geo Incorporated, Olding Sports World, W. McDougall and Associates, Mercer Savings Bank, Bob Newting, State Farm Insurance, The Wine Store and Pullman Bay Restaurant, Ovisco, Citizens Commercial Bank and Trust Company, McKernan Brothers Vending and Wholesale, Informatics, The Willow Restaurant, Bruins Canton Tom's Insurance, Reason Brothers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Paragon Insurance Agency, Realty World, Lakeshore, Orchard Tree Family Restaurant, Reineke Mitchell Ford Lincoln Mercury Dealer. We get ready to start the second quarter of play. It is the Minster Wildcats 7, St. Mary's 6. For Minster, Erica Meyer had 4 points. Gina Hilsman with 3. For the Roughriders, Kathy Logan had 4 points, and Connie Hamburg with 2. Minster out-rebounded St. Mary's in that first quarter, 13-8. Turnovers, St. Mary's committed 2 turnovers, and Minster committed 6. As the second quarter begins, St. Mary's will be inbounding the ball and trail 7-6.
St. Mary starts Logan, Gudorf, Champ, Hamburg, and Post. The Champ puts up a 2-pointer. They'll say she was inside the line. And St. Mary's takes their first lead of the evening, or second lead of the evening at 8-7. They led 2-0. So Sham fires in the first shot to start the second quarter. Here's Homan now. They played earlier in the regular season. It was a good contest, went down to the final second, so this should be a good battle here. Two All-Glaze County teams not too far apart from each other. Here's Homan. Inside to Hilsman. Turnarounds on Post and puts it up and in. Nice play by Gina Hilsman, and Minster regains the lead by 1 at 9-8. Just underway in the second quarter. Logan makes a nice play on the pass. Out to Champ, left alone from 18. It goes. 2 in a row from the same spot, and it's 10-9. Well, you can bet they didn't start her, but she will be into the ball game plenty now. 2 long-range jumpers just inside the three-point mark. Here's Sider, and she's fouled by Hamburg. And I think Sider might be hurt a little bit. She's holding her left hand. Hamburg went down, and she's holding her head, and that'll send Sider to the line now for the 1-and-1. This is Cable Channel 28 in Salina. You're watching the Ovisco consolation game between the St. Mary's Roughriders and the Minster Wildcats. Dave Schmidt and Tom Smith, and cameraman Randy Houts. James will check into the game now. Now they're going to... Sider was hurt, so they're going to leave her in the game, and then Meyer is going to check in for her. Sider hurt her hand, and they brought her out, but she's shooting the free throws. So Jenny Sider will go to the line now for the 1-and-1. Hamburg checks out as Julie James checks back in. Jenny Sider, 5'4" and a junior. Shots on the way. It wouldn't go. They said it missed the rim, so they'll give it out of bounds to the Roughriders. Now Meyer checks in for Sider. Champ now. They'll bring it down the left side in the corner to Gudorf. Skip pass over to James. From 18, it's short. Rebound. Saved by Post. Good hustle. Gudorf couldn't hang on to it, and it's off to Meyer. Meyer with James to beat. Goes for the hoop and holds up. Throws it back out right here towards us, and it's saved by Clooney. Now off to Meyer. Good hustle. To Hilsman by herself. Lays it up and good. 11-10. Minster back in front by 1. We're going to go back and forth in this one. Here's Champ. James makes a move, puts it up from 10. It wouldn't go. Rebound off to Meyer. Here's Holman. They'll work it around now. St. Mary's playing man-to-man to Hilsman in the lane. Turnaround shot won't go. A rebound comes off to Gudorf. When Hilsman makes a shot, nobody else wants to rebound for Minster. That's been what has been hurting them here in the early going, although they're ahead by 1. 5:50 left to go in the half. St. Mary's wants a timeout. Todd Scarpella sees something he doesn't like. 5:46 left to go in the first half. 11-10, Minster leads.
Sponsors for Cable Channel 28 Sports: Citizens Commercial Bank and Trust Company, McKernan Brothers Vending and Wholesale, Informatics, The Willow Restaurant, Bruns Gantt & Tom's Insurance, Reason Brothers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Paragon Insurance Agency, Realty World Lakeshore, Orchard Tree Family Restaurant, Reineke Mitchell Ford Lincoln Mercury Dealer, Ovisco, The Wine Store and Pullman Bay Restaurant, Bob Newting State Farm Insurance, Mercer Savings Bank, W. McDougal and Associates, Olding Sports World, Bud, Chevy, Olds, Buick, Geo Incorporated, Pantry Pride Markets, and the 3D Music Center. With 5:46 to go here in the second quarter, St. Mary's trails Minster by 1 at 11-10 in a seesawed contest. Leading the way for Minster is Gina Holzman now. She's their leading scorer with 7 points on the evening. Erica Meyer with 4. For the Roughriders, it's Missy Shamp and Kathy Logan, each with 4 points.
5:46 left to go in the half. 11-10. Minster leads. Todd Scarpella didn't like something on the offense, and he called a timeout and sat him down and talked it over. Pass goes into post. She couldn't hang on to it, but Shivington there is to pick it up. Logan from the corner, in and out, no good. Rebound comes off to Feldman. To Meyer. She had Albers down court, but decided to hang on to it. Right down the lane. There goes Meyer. Put it up too hard. Rebound Hilsman. She was fouled, but no call. And it comes off to St. Mary's. Shamp quickly down court. Top of the key. Off to post. Lets it fly. Won't no go. Rebound Logan. Put it up short. Picked up by Post, and it goes. 12-11. As St. Mary's retakes the lead by 1. Underneath the Hilsman from 10 it goes. Back and forth we go. Seesaw basketball. 13-12. Minster. Here's Logan now in the corner. She likes that shot, but gets it underneath the Shivington. To Logan. To Post. Underneath the Shivington. Lost it. Now gets it back. Logan from the corner. It's good. 2 points. Says she was inside the three-point line. And it's 14-13. Entertaining consolation game here of the Ovisco Classic. Meyer lays it up. Wouldn't go. Rebound comes off to Gudorf. Quickly. Here's St. Mary's. Gudorf around Albers. Up and good. Coast to coast. Whatever the timeout did, it helped because they've reeled off about 6 in a row. Here's Meyer now on the dribble. He works inside now to Feldman. Turnaround shot wouldn't go. Rebound Hilsman put it up short. Rebound Feldman has it, and she's going to be fouled. Fouled by Shivington. Shivington's called for the foul. Todd Scarpella does not like the call. That's the second one on Shivington. And with 4:11 left to go here in the half, it's 16-13 Minster, or excuse me, St. Mary's. St. Mary's the home team on the scoreboard. Here's Feldman now. Shots on the way, it goes. 16-14, and Feldman will get the bonus. Amy Feldman, 5'10", and a junior. It goes. She got them both, and it's a one-point ball game. St. Mary's now will set it up on offense. Minster's in the zone. Here's Shamp in the corner to Shivington. Puts it up from the corner. In and out, no good. Rebounds tipped out. Logan has it. Logan now on the dribble. Out to Post. The senior makes a move. Banks it up, no good. Rebound off of Albers. It'll remain St. Mary's basketball. 3:48 left to go here in the first half. 16-15 St. Mary's on Cable Channel 28. Pass into Shamp. Her shot was deflected, and then the ball's knocked out of bounds. They'll say it's off of St. Mary's, and they'll give it to Minster. Well, Nan Stexschulde up and rooting her team on, along with Todd Scarpella rooting his team on. He hasn't sat down much this game. That's the kind of coach he is. He likes to get into the flow of it. They work it into Feldman. Turnaround bank shots up and good. And all of a sudden, Minster puts together a bunch. And it's 17-16. Minster by 1. St. Mary's now against the zone. to Champ. Long three-pointer is short. Rebound fought for, and it comes off to Albers. Here's Meyer now. Meyer now picked up by Gudorf. Lost the ball. There's a collision. They'll say it's off of Minster, and they'll give it to St. Mary's. 3:08 left to go in the half. 17-16. Minster by 1. Logan in the corner had a shot. Now she'll take it. Short. A rebound comes off now to Holman. Here's Meyer now. St. Mary's still in the man-to-man. Holman and Champ match up. Or excuse me, that was Meyer. Now Holman gives off back to Meyer. Into Feldman, lays it up, it goes right over Shivington, and Minster leads now by 3 at 19-16. Gudorf takes it to the corner. Lost it. Dribbled it out of bounds. Checking in now for St. Mary's, number 54, Emily Burke, a 5'9 sophomore. And out will come Mandy Shivington, the 5'6 sophomore. Also, Julie James will check back in. And she'll come in for post. 2:35 left to go here in the first half. 19-16 Minster. Meyer now. Inside now to Hilsman, lost it, turnover, and the ball goes back to Feldman, who happened to be in the right place at the right time, puts it up and in, and Minster leads again by 5 at 21-16. James had it stolen away by Hilsman as they tried to go into Burke. Hilsman there with a good steal on the turnover. Minster up by 5 as we're down to the 2-minute mark to go in the half. They call it travel as Champ ran into Meyer. Julie James now gets it into the front court to Missy Champ, to Gudorf, to Logan, to Burke. Turnaround shot, it won't go. Rebound comes off to Meyer. Double team. 1:48 to go in the half. 21-16. Stolen away by Champ. Turnover Minster. And now St. Mary's will try to put something together. They led it 16-15, but since then it's been Minster's ball game. Gudorf from the three-point line. And the shot's missed, and the rebound's off to Meyer. Whoops. Almost turns it over. Meyer looking for help. Across the timeline now to Holman. Makes a move in the lane, puts it up, good, Holman. And it makes it 23-16, the biggest lead of the night for either ball club. Here's Champ now. In the corner to James. They work it into Logan. Back out to James. Champ lost it through her hands, picked it back up. Down to a minute to go. Minster's in the zone. Logan from about 15, it won't go. Rebound off to Gudorf. Gudorf up and over Feldman, good. They break the scoring drought, and it makes it 23-18 Minster. 5-point Minster lead. Holman in the lane, puts it up, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for it, and it's pushed off to Logan. 35 seconds left to go in the half. They work it in the corner to Gudorf from 10, and it's in and out, no good. Rebound Meyer. Meyer collides with Gudorf, no call. Double team, ball's in the backcourt. Scramble, and Champ goes down hard. Meyer steals it, and Champ's hurt. Underneath the Hilsman, lays it up and good. 25-18. And they've called a technical foul on Todd Scarpella. Todd is called with the technical foul, so now Minster will get 2. I think Todd was just trying to get Champ some help after the shot, and he's whistled with the technical foul. And Minster will come down and shoot 2. 11 seconds left to go in the half, and let's see who Minster will send to the free throw line. Todd's still not real happy. It's been kind of rugged. They've been letting him go a little bit. Here's Feldman now. Feldman will shoot the 2 technicals. Shots up and missed it. Feldman will get the next one. 25-18. Shots on the way, and she got it. And they'll get the ball back with 11 seconds left to go in the half. 26-18. Minster will get the ball one more time after the technicals called on Todd Scarpella. Comes into Holman now. Here's Meyer, down to 8 seconds. Holman stolen away by James, down to 3 seconds. Here's Gudorf, and she'll let it go at the buzzer. It's off to the right side. That'll end the first half of play of the consolation game. And Minster leads St. Mary's 26-18 here on cable channel 28 in Salina. Halftime here at the consolation game of the Ovisco Classic as Minster leads by 8, 26-18. Pretty good ball game. Both teams have had at least several leads in the ball game, although Minster made a good effort as the first half ended, including a technical foul against Todd Scarpella from St. Mary's. A very physical first half of play, and the Wildcats went in the locker room up by 8, and now both teams are back on the floor.
Scoring in the first half, Minster led at the end of the first quarter 7-6, and throughout much of the second quarter they traded baskets, and about 1 or 2 points separated both teams until the end of the quarter when Minster outscored St. Mary's in that second quarter 19-12 to take a 26-18 lead. Leading the way for the Roughriders here this evening is Kathy Logan with 6 points. Missy Schamp and Joanna Gudorf have 4 points apiece. Tessa Post and Connie Hamburg with 2 points. For the Wildcats of Minster, they're being led by Gina Hilsman with 11 points, and Amy Feldman with Nahoman has 2. Minster has dominated on the boards here in this first half. They out-rebounded St. Mary's 23-16. Turnover, St. Mary's committed 7, where the Wildcats have committed 13 turnovers. So we got about a 26-18 score here with Minster in the lead here in the first half of play. Sponsors for tonight's contest for Cable Channel 28 Sports: 3D Music Center, Pantry Pride Markets, Bud Chevy Olds Buick Geo Incorporated, Olding Sports World, W. McDougall and Associates, Mercer Savings Bank, Bob Newting, State Farm Insurance, The Wine Store and Pullman Bay Restaurant, Ovisco, Citizens Commercial Bank and Trust Company, McKernan Brothers Vending and Wholesale, Informatics, The Willow Restaurant, Bruns Gant and Tom's Insurance, Reason Brothers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Paragon Insurance Agency, Realty World Lakeshore, Orchard Tree Family Restaurants, and Reineke Mitchell Ford Lincoln Mercury dealer, bringing you this evening's consolation game between the Minster Wildcats and the St. Mary's Roughriders. Minster leading here at the end of the first half of play, 26-18.
Consolation game here of the Ovisco Classic, and the Minster Wildcats lead by 8 at 26-18. The championship game tonight will be the Salina Bulldogs taking on the Van Wert Cougars. Between them, they have 14 wins on the year. Should be a pretty good matchup. This game is being taped December 27th, 1990, right here on cable channel 28. Good to have you along, bringing you all 4 games of the Ovisco Classic. Ready to start here in the third quarter. Meyer will trigger it in for the Wildcats as we're ready to go. It'll be Meyer, Holman, Clooney, Feldman, and Hilsman for the Wildcats. For St. Mary's, it'll be Hamburg, Post, Schamp, Logan, and Gudorf. And they'll start out, looks like, in the 1-3-1. And then they'll match up. They'll keep a good eye on Hilsman. Shots on the way, wouldn't go. Rebound, Hilsman puts it up and good. 28-18, and all of a sudden the Wildcats stretched it out to 10. Here's Gudorf now. Throws it away, and Feldman's there to receive the turnover. Well, the pass was there. The Roughriders weren't. Meyer. Stolen away. Good play by Gudorf. Turnover on Minster. Nice play by Gudorf. Lays it up and good, and she's fouled. Good play by Johanna Gudorf, the 5'6" junior, and it makes it 28-20. Going to the line will be Gudorf with 7:19 left to go here in the third quarter, just underway. Dave Schmidt and Tom Smith and our cameraman Randy Houts on cable channel 28. Shots on the way by Gudorf. It hits off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Hamburg, put it up, no good. Rebound's tipped around, fought for. Hamburg has it, puts it up, no good. Rebound comes off to Clooney. Lots of pushing and shoving going on underneath. Both sides are guilty of it, but no calls. They'll set it up now against, looks like, the 1-3-1. Although they keep a good eye on Hilsman. She has it in the lane. She clobbered Post to put it up and good. And Post got hit right in the nose, and she's trying to shake that baby off. Post is shaken up. Here's Hamburg. Champ, left alone from 18, in and out, no good. Rebound, Champ has it, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Logan puts it up, no good. Rebound fought for, and Feldman has it. There is a lot of pushing and shoving going on, and no calls. 6:28 to go in the third quarter. Minster up by 10 at 30-20. Underneath the Hilsman, on post, puts it up, it's short. Rebound, Feldman put it up, and she's fouled. Looks like it's on Logan, let's see. Yep, it's on Logan. And with 6:18 to go here, Logan picks up her third foul, and Feldman will check to the line now for 2 shots. Amy Feldman, the 5'10 junior. Only 2 seniors on the Minster team, and they both start, Clooney and Hilsman. Shots up and good. 31-21, and that's the biggest lead of the night for the Minster Wildcats. Shots on the way, good. 32-20, and now the Wildcats lead by 12. St. Mary's won the earlier meeting of these two teams. Gudorf just inside the three-point line, it's good. Just inside the three-point line. 32-22. 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Nice pass, Meyer, Feldman. Feldman puts it up and good. Meyer found Feldman underneath, wide open. She laid it up and in. Here's Logan. Logan lays it up, but she's fouled. Let's see who it's on. Be a 2-shot foul. Goes against Hilsman. That's her second foul. And that will send Kathy Logan to the line. Kathy, a 5'7 senior. St. Mary's with 3 seniors on the roster. Post, Logan, and Champ. Shots on the way by Logan, good. 34-23. Logan will get a second one now. Shots on the way, no good. Rebound off to Feldman. Here's Meyer. Collision there with Gudorf and Meyer, but no call. Shots up and no good by Homan. Rebound fought for, and Champ comes away with it. Playing on that banged up ankle. Underneath the Hamburg, good play around Myers, lays it up and good. Connie Hamburg, the freshman, makes it a 34-25 game. Minster wants a timeout. 5:10 to go in the third quarter of the consolation game, and Minster leads St. Mary's 34-25.
Tonight's sponsors for Cable Channel 28, Reineke Mitchell Ford Lincoln Mercury Dealer, Orchard Tree Family Restaurant, Realty World, Lakeshore, Paragon Insurance Agency, Reason Brothers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, Bruns, Gant, and Tom's Insurance, The Willow Restaurant, Informatics, McKernan Brothers Vending and Wholesale, Citizens Commercial Bank and Trust Company, Ovisco, The Wine Store and Pullman Bay Restaurant, Bob Newding, State Farm Insurance, Mercer Savings Bank, W. McDougall and Associates, Olding Sports World, Bud Chevy Olds Buick Geo Incorporated, Country Pride Markets, and the 3D Music Center. We got 5:10 to go here in the third quarter. Minster's opened up a 9-point lead at 34-25 as Amy Feldman has done a super job coming off the bench. She has scored 13 points. Gina Hilsman leading the way for Minster with 15 points. For St. Mary's, Joanna Gudorf coming off the bench has scored 8 points, and Kathy Logan has 7 to lead the Roughriders.
Going to call a travel on Meyer after the timeout, and the turnover gives it right back to St. Mary's. Roughriders trail by 9. They've trailed by as many as 12 in the game. Minster in the zone. Skip pass to Gudorf, makes a move, lays it up, good. Tell you what, Gudorf having a good game here tonight, and it's 34-27. Pass in now to Feldman. Back to Homan. Across the timeline. Good move by Meyer, puts it up, and she's fouled. That'll send Meyer to the line for 2. See the foul's on. I think it's on Hamburg. 2 fouls on Hamburg, and going to the line will be Meyer. Meyer's shot is up and no good. 34-27. Meyer's next shot on the way, and it's good. Got the good roll. 35-27. Here's Gudorf. Nice pass underneath the Logan. Lays it up. It wouldn't go. Rebound, Hilsman. Minster now on the attack. Throws it underneath the Hilsman, makes a move, gives off to Feldman, puts it up and good. Feldman didn't start the game, but she's coming on strong here for the Wildcats. 37-27, Minster up again by 10. Here's Hamburg now. They'll work it around against the zone. Clooney ducked instead of trying to steal the ball. That was cute. Here's post shot. It won't fall. Rebound comes off to Meyer. Meyer's a guard, but she'll go underneath with all the kids, the big guys, and play some good rebounding games with the opposition. To Hilsman, makes a move, traveled, turns it over. Hilsman, I think she was indecisive if she was going to go to Holman or take the shot, and in the process, she turned it over. Here's Hamburg. Loses it out of bounds. The turnover gives it right back to Minster. 3:50 left to go in the third quarter of play. As the I'm going to say Bulldogs a couple more times, but that's life. Minster leads by 10. Consolation game of the Ovi. Good steal by Hamburg. She'll lay it up and missed it. Rebound, fought for. Gudorf saves it before it goes out of bounds. Logan now puts it up from 15 short. Rebound, fought for, scramble. Bodies flying everywhere. And Holman came up with a loose ball, but they'll call her for a travel. And the turnover gives it right back to St. Mary's. 3:36 left to go here in the third quarter. 37-27. Minster leads. Gudorf traveled. Took a step and then dribbled. Turnover gives it right back to the Minster Wildcats. Feldman's out and Renee Albers is back in for Minster. Almost stole it away. Gudorf playing some aggressive defense. Minster now works against St. Mary's. Looks like St. Mary's back in the man-to-man now. Here's Holman. Inside to Hilsman. Turnaround 5-footer. Won't go. Post puts it up. Won't go. Knocked out of bounds. And who's it off of? Off of St. Mary's. I think it's off of Champ. And they'll give it to Minster. 2:56 left to go here in the third quarter. Consolation game of the Ovisco Classic. Looked like she walked, but no call. Quickly down court. Shots up, no good. And the rebound comes off to Logan. Nice pass underneath the Champ. Laid it up and she's fouled. And I think it's going to be on Hilsman as Jenna James gets ready to check in. Fouls on Hilsman. That's her third. And in will come Feldman. They'll give Hilsman a rest with 2:38 left to go here in the third quarter. If you're watching this game other than the 27th of December, you'll realize it's a snowy night here. I was expecting freezing rain tonight later on, but the crowd is real good here for this consolation game. Shots on the way, it won't go. Champ missed it. 37-27. Minster leads. Champ's next one is up and good. Got the good bounce and went in. 37-28. See how Minster does without Hilsman in the game. Underneath the home and puts it up. It won't go. Rebound Hamburg. Here's Gudorf now. In the corner to Gianna James. To Logan. Missed it. Rebound off to Meyer. Well, the Wildcats playing without their big gun, Hilsman. She's on the bench with fouls. Gudorf will knock it out of bounds and remain Minster's basketball. And we'll see how the Wildcats adjust, because Gina Hilsman is their main threat. Last year, she was named to the Ovisco All-Tournament team. Clooney's fouled by Gudorf. That'll send Clooney to the line for 2. 1:59 left to go in the third quarter. 37-28 Minster. 1:59 left to go. Stephanie Clooney, a 5'6" senior. First shot's on the way and it goes. 38-28 and Minster's back up by 10. Clooney will get another one. It's on its way and no good. Rebound. Push back out to Meyer. Shots up and good. Well, they make it into an old-fashioned three-point play, and it's 40-28. 12-point lead now again for Minster. St. Mary's had cut it down to 7 in this third quarter, but Minster hangs in there without Hilsman in the game. Minster in the zone. It seems to be working against the Roughriders. Champs three-pointer. Missed off to the side. Rebound fought for, scramble, and they call a jump ball. Alternate possession. Will give it to the St. Mary's Roughriders. 1:31 left to go in the third quarter. 40-28. In will come Shivington, and in will come Julie James for St. Mary's. Logan's going to take a rest for the Roughriders, and so will Hamburg. 1:31 left to go, third quarter play, 40-28 Minster, the Ovisco consolation game. Shots up by Gudorf, off to the side. Rebound, Meyer clears it out now to Albers, and she'll have to hold it up. Couldn't get the handle. Threw it away as Feldman wasn't looking. Turnover on Minster. Nance textually looks at her like, where were you throwing that ball to? Gudorf now makes a move. Double team, puts it up, wouldn't go. Rebound, Shivington missed it. Rebound off to Albers. Knocked out of bounds off of St. Mary's. Champ made a nice try for the steal. It'll be Minster's basketball.
Listen to the game on the radio.
Gudorf makes a steal but goes out of bounds with it. Todd talking to the officials again about a call down at this end. Bodies are flying everywhere, and they'll say that Gudorf with a steal went out of bounds. Very physical contest in the consolation game. Clooney off now to Albers against Champ. Will lay it up and good. Coast to coast for Albers. Makes it 42-28, and the Wildcats have their biggest lead of the night now at 14. 43 seconds left to go in the third. Shivington. Champs, three-pointers on the way. It will not go. Rebound and a whistle and a foul's on Feldman. Feldman picks up the personal foul. Neither team is in the bonus, so it'll be out of bounds to St. Mary's with 35 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. James way out front to Champ. Whips it over now to Shivington. Puts it up short. Rebounds off of Feldman, and a fight for it, and it goes into Todd Scarpella's hands, and it'll be St. Mary's basketball. 29 seconds left to go in the third quarter. St. Mary's trying to get it a little bit closer, trailing by 14. Gianna James, Shivington, underneath to Gudorf, makes a move, all the way underneath, puts it up over Albers, no good. A rebound comes off to Homan. 13 seconds left to go in the third. Here's Meyer. We're down to 10. Off to Albers with 8. She puts it up long. Rebound Gudorf. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Gudorf with 3. She'll let it go. It goes, and she's fouled. Gudorf comes down and hits one at the buzzer, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the line for the three-point play. I think it's against Clooney. Clooney or Holman. I saw 3 go up. Gudorf now to try to cut it down to 11, and she will. So a good play by Gudorf. She didn't let the clock bother her at all and hit one at the buzzer, and then she was fouled. And that will end the third quarter of play here in the Ovisco consolation game as Minster leads St. Mary's 42-31 on cable channel 28.
Tonight's sponsors for cable channel 28's 3D Music Center, Pantry Pride Markets, Bud, Chevy, Olds, Buick, Geo Incorporated, Olding Sports World, W. McDougall and Associates, Mercer Savings Bank, Bob Newding, State Farm Insurance, The Wine Store and Pullman Bay Restaurant, Ovisco, Citizens Commercial Bank and Trust Company, McKernan Brothers, Vending and Wholesale, Informatics, The Willow Restaurant, Bruins, Canton Tom's Insurance, Reason Brothers Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Paragon Insurance Agency, Realty World at Lakeshore, Orchard Tree Family Restaurant, Reineke Mitchell, Ford Lincoln Mercury Dealer. Minster with the 11-point lead, 42-31 over St. Mary's. They're being led by Gina Hilsman and Amy Feldman, both with 15 points. Erica Meyer has 7. For the Rough Riders, leading the way is Joanna Gudorf. She has 13 points on the evening. Missy Champ has 5, and Kathy Logan with 7.
Minster starts the fourth quarter with the basketball on the lead, 42-31, and St. Mary's going to be coming out in an aggressive man-to-man defense. Meyer gets it into Holman in the lane, turns around, puts it up, and she's fouled by Hamburg. Hilsman checked back in as the fourth quarter started, and they did pretty well with her on the bench. They came back and worked it to Feldman and Albers a couple times. 7:48 left to go in the contest, 42-31, consolation game of the Ovisco Classic. Krista Holman, a 5'6" junior, steps to the line for 2. First one's on the way, it goes. 43-31. Well, St. Mary started the game out well as Logan hit one from the corner tonight, but since then it's basically been Minster's ball game, although they did change the lead a couple times. Holman makes them both, and it's 44-31. Here's Gudorf now. St. Mary's, Logan puts it up, it wouldn't go. Rebound fought for, there's a battle, and finally a jump ball's called as Logan and Clooney are tied up. Alternate possession will give it to St. Mary's. Really an aggressive and hard-fought ball game here tonight. A lot of bodies been flying everywhere. Logan. Shots up, wouldn't go. Rebound. Meyer, she lost it. Loose ball, scramble, jump ball. It's Minster's basketball. Matter of fact, it looked like Meyer might have knocked it out of Hilsman's hand. 44-31. Lots of time left in this game. 7:27. Pass stolen away by Logan. In the lane, dishes it off of Gudorf, and luckily Champ was standing there waiting for it. Gudorf from the corner. It goes. Stephanie Gudorf with a good night tonight. 44-33. Pressure applied by the Rough Riders. Shivington collided with Hilsman, but no call. Holman, now they'll work it around. St. Mary's in the man-to-man. Meyer makes a nice move, lays it up good, and she's fouled. Good strong move by Meyer. She took it right to the basket. Foul goes against, I think it's against Gudorf. And with 6:59 left to go in the game, it's 46-33. Minster's out in front by 13. Meyer with the three-point try. It's up, and it wouldn't go. Rebound comes off to Logan. Gudorf has had a good night tonight. Throwed it away, and Albers on the breakaway will lay it up, and good. 48-33, the biggest lead of the night now for Minster at 15 points. Hamburg from the corner, it won't go. Rebound is saved as it went off of Feldman. Good play by Meyer to keep it in play. Hilsman, good play by Hamburg, and she'll knock it out of bounds. No, they'll say it's off of Holman. Turnover Minster, and they'll give it to the Rough Riders. 6:27 left to go in this one, 48-33. Minster is out in front by 15. Shivington saves it, but she saved it to a Wildcat. Meyer, turnover St. Mary's. Albers on the breakaway, lays it up and good. 50-33, and all of a sudden it's 17 points. Minster starting to put on the final touches to a possible consolation win. Hamburg from the corner, it goes. Connie Hamburg, 50-35. Meyer, stolen away by Shivington. Off to Shamp, lets it go from three-point range, and the rebound's off to Meyer. Little ragged here. Shamp steals it away again to Gudorf. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound Hilsman, and she travels. Turnover Minster. Here's Shamp now. St. Mary's will work against the zone, the 2-3. Hamburg from the corner, good, 2 in a row. And they cut it down from 17 to 13. 5:18 left to go in the game. Off to Clooney, back to Meyer. Nan Steckschulte wants him to bring it out and work the offense a little bit. Throw it away, and turnover gives it right back to St. Mary's. Here's Shamp, and it's off of Logan. No, they'll say it's off of Meyer, who deflected it out of bounds. Under 5 minutes left to go in the contest. 50-37 Minster, but St. Mary's scored 4 in a row now to cut into that 17-point lead. Shamp's three-pointer is short. Air ball, and it'll go out of bounds to Minster. Feldman now will check back in for Minster, and out will go Holman. Got the big three out there now. They got a pretty good lineup in there with Albers, Feldman, and Hilsman. Minster with the lead and the basketball. Crowd loves it. Here we go. Here's Meyer now. Minster in no hurry. They lead by 13. A little under 4.5 to go in the game. Knocked out of bounds by Logan. Will remain Minster's basketball. 4:17 left to go in the consolation game of the Ovisco Classic. The championship game will feature Van Wert and Salina. This game's being taped December 27th, 1990. Thrown away by Meyer. A turnover on Minster gives it to St. Mary's. Well, St. Mary's getting a couple opportunities to get back into this one. Here's Shamp now. She gets a couple of three-pointers. It won't take too long. Hamburg. Back to Shamp. Almost lost it. Back to Hamburg. Almost threw it under her legs. Minster in the 2-3 zone. Gudor flips it over to Hamburg. Puts it up from 10. Won't go. Rebound Feldman. Threw it away. Who's it off of? And it'll go back to Minster. They'll say it's off of St. Mary's. Meyer's going to have to hurry up. Finally gets it into Feldman. Double team, looks for help. Here's Albers. Across to Clooney. Underneath, Hilsman by herself. Lays it up good. And she's fouled by Hamburg. 52-37. And going to the line will be Gina Hilsman. Gina, 5'11" and a senior. And that'll do it for Hamburg. She fouls out with 5 at the 3:39 mark. And Tessa Post will check in for her. So the young freshman fouls out in the fourth quarter. Hilsman steps to the line now. Hilsman's shot's up and good. Made it a three-point play, and it's back to 16. 53-37. Here's Shamp to Post. Had a shot, now pulls up, but she was blocked. Rebounds off to Feldman, loose ball. And a foul's called on Hilsman. That should be 4 on her as she fouls Shivington. 4 on Hilsman. Minster wants a timeout. Nan Steckschulte wants to talk it over. 3:31 to go in the game. 53-37. Minster leads the Roughriders.
Tonight's game being brought to you by the sponsors for Cable Channel 28 Sports, Reineke Mitchell, Ford Lincoln Mercury Dealer, Orchard Tree Family Restaurant, Realty World, Lakeshore, Paragon Insurance Agency, Reason Brothers, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, Bruins, Gant, and Tom's Insurance, The Willow Restaurant, Informatics, McKernan Brothers, Vending and Wholesale, Citizens Commercial Bank and Trust Company, Ovisco, The Wine Store, and Pullman Bay Restaurant. Bob Newting, State Farm Insurance, Mercer Savings Bank, W. McDougall and Associates, Olding Sports World, Bud Chevy Olds Buick Geo Incorporated, Pantry Pride Markets, 3D Music Center. We got 3:31 to go here in the fourth quarter. Minster's up by 16 at 53-17. Leading the way for the Wildcats is Gina Hilsman. She has 18 points on the evening. Amy Feldman has 15 points for St. Mary's. Joanna Gudorf has 15 points. And Connie Hamburg, who fouled out, second leading scorer with 8 points. 53-37 when play resumed.
Mandy Shivington, a 5'6" sophomore, checks to the line for St. Mary's. 3:31 left to go in the game. Consolation game of the Ovisco Classic. Shivington's shot is up and good. 53-38. St. Mary's at 3-5 on the year to this point. Minster at 1-7. They lost a hard-fought game to St. Mary's earlier in the year. Shots up and no good. Rebounds off to Holman. Holman double teamed against the pressure. Gets it off now to Clooney. Down court to Hilsman. Makes a move on post. Lays it up and good. 55-38 as Hilsman continues to put the points in for the Wildcats. They lead by 17 now. Here's Shamps, 18-footer. It's short. Rebound off to Feldman. Hilsman down by herself, but they decide to wait and bring it across and set it up. Under 3 minutes to go in the game now. 55-38. Minster out in front. Shamps called as she collides with Meyer, and that will send Meyer to the line now for the 1-1 with 2:51 left to go in the game. Dave Schmidt and Tom Smith on cable channel 28. Our cameraman is Randy House. Good to have you along. Snowy night here on December 27th, 1990. Meyer's shot is up and good. 56-38. Meyer will get a bonus shot now. It's up and good. 57-38. Shots up by Gudorf. Good. She's had an excellent night tonight. And it's 57-40. Pressure applied by the Roughriders. Minster leads big time. We're going to have to hurry. Yep, got it off just in time. Meyer falls and slips, and she'll be called for the travel, and the turnover gives it back to St. Mary's. 2:22 left to go in the contest as St. Mary's trying to get back into it. Logan from about 18, good. Kathy Logan, 57-42. Good play by Gudor, but it'll remain Minster's basketball. 2:09 left to go in the final quarter of play. Meyer into Feldman. Off to Hilsman. Under 2 minutes to go in the game now as Minster leads by 15, and they have the basketball. Underneath the Hilsman, the ball's deflected. Saved by Holman right out to Meyer. Good hustle by Holman. Passes underneath to Feldman by herself, lays it up and good. 59-42. Minster trying to win their second game of the year. Gudorf. Stolen away by Feldman and stepped right in front of the pass. Another turnover on St. Mary's. Meyer's shot goes up short. Feldman with the rebound in the lane, gives out to Hilsman, puts it up, it won't go. Rebound Shamp. 1:23 left to go in the contest. Here's Holman now. She steals it away. Turnover on St. Mary's. Feldman, turnaround shot, doesn't go. Rebound off to Hilsman. Out front to Meyer. Under a minute to go in the game. Under 1 minute. 59-42. Fast consolation game here tonight. 17-point lead for the Wildcats. Trying to take the air out of the ball a little bit now. Nan Steck-Schulte. Underneath to Hilsman. It wouldn't go. Rebound off to Champ. As Feldman went down hard 36 seconds ago. And Gudorf will go in uncontested. She missed it. Rebound Shivington, and she's fouled with 32 seconds left to go in the contest. 59-42. Hilsman fouls out of the game. Minster's going to make some substitutions. They'll bring in Albers will check back in. Also, number 43, Marie Steck-Schulte's in, and number 44, Jody Prenger. Steck-Schulte's 5'7", a junior. Prenger is 5'10", and a sophomore. Shivington now, with 32 seconds to go in the game, puts up the free throw and makes it good. 59-43. St. Mary's going to call timeout if Shivington makes this one. It doesn't go. And the rebound comes out to Gudorf. She'll lay it up, no good, and she's fouled. Let's see who the foul's on. Foul goes against Jody Prenger, the 5'10" sophomore. I'll send Gudorf to the line for 2 with 28 seconds left to go in the game. Gudorf's shot is up and no good. Gudorf puts up another one. She missed it. Rebound off to Logan. Shot was blocked, and she's fouled by Minster's Erica Meyer. 26 seconds left to go in the game. And Minster commits another foul within about 10 seconds. Logan's shot is up, and she missed it. St. Mary's having trouble getting the ball to go in the hoop.
What? There's a number in my purse.
It goes. 59-44. Down to the final seconds of this game. Meyer gets it. Down to 12 seconds. Ooh, and that's what happens. As she is run over by Gudorf, and that will send Meyer to the line for the 1-and-1. Hopefully Meyer's okay. She got ran over. 10 seconds left to go in the game. 59-44. Meyer's shot is up and good. 60-44, so Minster gets in the 60-point barrier. And it looks like they're going to go 2-7 on the year. St. Mary's will drop to 3-6. Shots up and good. 61-44. I know Minster doesn't want to foul now. Here's Gudorf with 7. Logan with 5. With 4, the shot goes up. It banks it up and good. And that will end the ball game. The consolation is over. Minster wins it by 15 as they defeat St. Mary's 61-46. You're watching Cable Channel 28 in Salina.